Ladies and gentlemen, depending on where you are watching from, my name is MC Apostle Paul. We are here live in our studio. We are here to talk about things that is going on here in Europe, most especially churches in Europe. There are many people who don't really defend their church, who cannot defend their church, while there are some people that criticize their churches. So there are some people who doesn't even go to church based on one or two things. So today we are here to talk about it all. First of all, I'm here with my guests. They are both comedian and author. We are here together to talk about it. First of all, I would like to introduce them for us to continue this wonderful program we have this wonderful afternoon. Here with me, I have
Mr. One Life.
Thank you very much, sir. And the other side, I have
Ujibaku.
Ujibaku. You are welcome to our studio. First of all, I would like to ask Mr. One Life TV.
Yes, sir.
So, we meant to understand that this land of Europe that we find ourselves, a lot of things has been going on here in churches. People criticize pastors, churches, that they are not good, they are this, they are that. So, what do you have to say about it?
Hey, good morning, my brother MC Apostle Paul, aka Apostolic Laughter, aka Apostle when they wear pampers.
Thank you very much.
Mama, you be. Thank you for accepting me to your show. I have nothing to talk about because you know I'm not a pastor. My father is a native doctor.
Yeah.
So if I talk about pastor now, they may say no man, and because Papa is a native doctor. But nevertheless, nothing pay me pass member when if defend their pastor. Nothing pay me. In fact, I never believe anybody day when you go fire reach member when if defend their pastor. Nothing pay me pass people when they go church. You see pay offering for the church. But if they reach where they talk about your pastor for negative or positive, you know go fit talk, you go to shame. Which means if you cannot defend your pastor, how you fit tell me say you will defend the gospel of God? So nothing much. Now wait until I talk with down for the now.
Okay, I will come back to you.
Thank
so
you.
Let me hear from Mr. Ujibaku.
Thank you, Apostle Paul, for having me.
You're welcome.
Like as you rightly said, my name is Ujibaku. You know, the churches we have nowadays, even the Bible says, many shall come in my name and shall say, I am Christ, and shall deceive many.
Yes.
But that does not mean that as a member you can't defend your pastor. Even the idol worshippers, they defend their gods. The Muslims defend their Allah. So if you are a Christian, you have to defend your own. So if I am a Christian and where people are criticizing pastor, I am still there criticizing, and joining them to criticize the same pastor, I don't feel to be a Christian. We must have to be our brother's keeper. That is just it.
But there is this statement that really confusing me. Some people, they are talking about pastors, some people, they are talking about church. Is it really the church that you cannot defend, or the pastor that pastor the church that we cannot defend? Because I meant to understand that the church are we. We are the church. But there is a man who God has assigned to pastor us. I wouldn't talk about that particular pastor that you cannot defend the pastor or you cannot defend the church. So, Mr. One Life, what do you have to say?
My brother, thank you. Thank you, Apostle. Thank you. Let nobody deceive you. Church of nowadays, if they say a Christian, they tell you say na church, na lie, na pastor. If you see church full, na the pastor, na be they go to church. So you don't pass those days when they say na church. If an early pastor give you deceive you say na church, na lie, na pastor. Every you never explain and say some pastor no go dey church, na assistant dey, member no go come church. So na pastor doings, na be church when everybody they go now. Right now, before when they grow up, they come, they want to do poster. Now Jesus Christ they did the poster. Now pastor. In fact, pastor when they marry fine wife, now 12 them they did. The one marry ugly wife, now pastor they did. Which means now pastor first before church. Forget any pastor they deceive you say na church. Normally na reality, na real. Normally, it's supposed to be church. It's a body of Christ. You come to church to serve God, not be to pastor. But right now, the 2000 and 2000 till today said everybody is worshiping pastor. That's why they see Apostle, the God of Apostle Johnson Suleiman, the God of Emmanuel Adodo, that is my pastor. I will not go come out for his side. The God of TB Joshua, the God of that, the God of that. So, and so it will be now, pastor will they worship now, right now, as it is right now, this earth. And so I say on this.
So, Mr. Ujebaku, so is it true that we are really worship pastor?
First of all, who is church? What is church? Church is a place where you go and worship. Now, talking about pastor, to me, I don't worship pastor. I worship God. Okay. Pastor is just like you. Like as we are here now, you are the person who is asking us questions.
Presenter.
Now. You are the presenter. Now, anything you talk is what we are going to respond to. Yeah. That is the same thing pastor does. In church, there must be somebody in a place or in an organization, there must be somebody who stands out to say, let me talk, so that others will, respond. If nobody is talking, if everybody is talking, nobody is talking. But if one person is talking, everybody will be listening. That is when you see the end product. So saying this time you worship pastor, no, you don't worship pastor. You worship God. The same way you are worshiping that your God is still the same way the pastor is worshiping the God. You understand? So if like people say church this time, you like my brother rightly said just now that this time people worship people they put on pastor's picture instead of Jesus Christ's picture. That does not really, that is a way of advertisement to know the head of that church, as the Christ is the head of the church too. You get it now? So even Jesus Christ said, when he was about to go, he said, I am going. He said, greater work shall you do. You see now, who was he talking to? He was talking to the disciples.
The disciples, yes.
Okay, so the disciples now, when Jesus Christ has ascended, it was now the disciples who were putting other people through. You cannot tell me that when the disciples were putting other people through, they were sitting with the people in the same place. If a teacher want to teach you, a teacher will not come and sit down with you. A teacher will stay in a place where everybody can see him.
Yes.
You see that? So also the work of the pastor. Pastor is to preach to you, to show you ways. He must stand, and so that you can look. So him standing at the altar does not mean that he's the God there. We are both serving the same God. So that is it.
So I've listened to both of you. My fans, I'm coming, bro. My fans out there, please, if you have anything to say, just say it. Just put your comment under the session. If you have any opinion concerning this wonderful statement. And another thing again, Mr. One Life, what I want to ask. Between the church, or rather the pastor, the church you attend, can you really defend the church or the pastor? Who are you to defend? Is it the pastor or the church, or generally?
You see, your question is critical. I cannot call it a wrong question, but it's critical. But before I go to that your question, I want to emphasize on the matter you asked that my brother before.
Okay.
You see, we are talking of reality. We are talking of things happening around now. He spoke well, yes, and he was very right. Normally, the way it's supposed to be. But you see, I talk about what is happening right now. Jesus Christ, we were talking about doing good. Jesus Christ was about doing good, doing miracle in the name of God. God was there. Yes. I told you that the poster, when I was coming up, when I was growing up, in that 90s, poster we see the light of God, the picture of Jesus Christ. And I told you earlier that now, pastors are not advertising church again. They are advertising themselves. And I put say the one who don't marry good, fine wife, you don't did there. and I insist on that word. Defending of pastor. And I told you before, if you are a member, that you cannot defend your pastor, you are not worth to be a member of that church. Apostle Emmanuel Adodo is my pastor. Constant Conrain. 100% I can defend him. Why? Because I see him as a hard-working pastor. I see him like a man that God called. You know, I'm a son of native doctor, and I will never forget that.
My father is a native
yes,
doctor.
100%.
Wow,
I'm proud of him.
Wow.
I'm proud of him because things I'm seeing nowadays.
But today you are not that bad.
Because I see God is the most powerful person. So that's why I deviate from that. I must not follow my father way, but I know things. Now, let me tell you, I can defend my pastor. And I can defend other pastors. I have went to many churches. I have attended many churches in Torino, out of Torino. So I can tell you, yes, I have seen a pastor that I like and I did not like. But let's forget about likeness. Let's talk of reality. Because most people are against pastor because they are talking of tithes.
You really believe in this reality?
Yes, I love reality. And reality is the key of life. Because why am I talking about reality? Reality is what the Bible says. The other side is the one they are doing. Reality is for you to hold God. To make sure that that God is church, not pastor. But now, everybody is after pastor. It's after pastor. Haven't you seen a church that the pastor will left, member will left with him? You never experience that?
Of course.
I don't experience that. I don't experience that. So let's forget about that. Let's come about your pastor, defending your pastor. When we are talking of Torino City, I can call out 4 to 3 pastors. The rest go good though. When we say I don't experience, I feel make sure pastor choose very gentle and calm person, very hardworking.
I think we don't need to cause
yes, sorry.
For security purpose.
Yes, no, sorry. I said everybody are good. The one when me don't experience now. Okay. The one when me go feel hold their chest say I can defend you. I don't know what they do for back. Oh, serious person say that they work. All pastors are working. You see, like this man, the 3 pastors I don't mention now. I know them very well. And Constant Conray, I can defend them. I don't feel defend pastor now. I don't know him. Okay. Maybe I don't feel defend your pastor because I don't know him. But my own now, the one when they say I they look onto, they don't even know say I they look onto them. Because why? They are hard-working pastor. They know they depend on offering, they know they depend on tithe, they know they depend on sow seed, altar call, my father call, my mother call. No. After even my pastor said will close for work around 9, you go still come church. You go come for work around 9, you go still come church. So that is why, because of they are hard working, because they don't believe say if my member no come pay tithe, so seed, they will come the verse on top of altar. You will come here say pastor they use indirect the same message for member. You say will come the first if you don't pay tithe, you will go die today. So you see, I see those pastors, they go tell you say even though say you don't pay tithe, and even though say you don't come church, you on your own. Only me can even hold this church. I don't know that you understand me. Yeah. People may not like the way I put it, but this is my own opinion. So hold your own. So I don't talk and reach there. Make that my brother. Me I know cause the word.
Thank you very much, Mr. One Life. Ujibako, what do you have to say? And before you say anything, I want to really know. I know you can also defend your pastor as well because I know you go to church, not just a church. I believe you are a Christian. Okay. I know you can defend, but what do you have to say? Or do you want to defend your pastor as well, or you want to say things that people say outside the world?
Okay, for me,
that concerning church.
You know, everybody have their opinion. Like I said before, pastor is not only the person worshiping in the church. Okay. For me to defend pastor, I rather defend the church. Okay. Pastors, because pastors, we are just saying pastors. If you take a Bible today and go to the street and preach, they will call you pastor. While I was in Libya, my name wasn't my real name. They were calling me pastor. Even some of them now up to today. Yes. Okay. Some of them up to today, if they still see me, they say, pastor, pastor. You see now, why? Because I was holding Bible.
Because you act like
okay. One. Now, so there are 2 big difference there. Pastor and church. We are the church. And in the church, there is a pastor. Now, if the pastor, for example, now, we are inside here, our pastor is outside. Somebody just pass. the phone fell down and the pastor took it and take it away. You are not there, and I am here. If somebody now tell you your pastor just took somebody's phone, you will say no. You start defending the pastor. What if the police got there and found the phone in the pastor's house? Will you be able to defend him again? You will be
totally weak.
Look at what Very Dark Man said this morning. He said, these people, before he made the post, he said, these people that I respected so much. Now, after he made the video and brought out what they did, he said, I will no longer respect you again. Because he was embarrassed. He was disappointed.
Because he look up to them.
So that is why I said, do not just say, I want to defend this person when you don't know things about the person. But defend the church when you know that this is my church. Anytime for example, now if you say in my church, pastors, they take offering money, they take this, I will say no. It's not happening in my church. Because I know, like my church, Mountain of Prayer and Praise Ministry, Pastor Kena is the pastor there. He dare not touch our money. Even if our offering money is not
let us not go into those offerings.
Yes, even a big reach 70 euro in a week. What do you want to use and do? You have to hustle on your own. Now. So for you to say, let me defend human being instead of church, defend the church and leave the human being, because the men are not perfect. All of us, we are not perfect. So for you to defend me, rather defend my roots, where I'm coming from. So that is it.
But I meant to understand that there are people who go to church, then they respect pastor, president of pastor, they say good things about the pastor, they say good things about this. But outside the church, they will say, if you reach that church, what did they do? They're not just like them at all. This one can't do this one, can't do this one. Who are those people? Who are they really worshiping?
Let me come in. Sorry, let me come in. So you will have time, because we are talking of defending of pastor. 100% you must defend your church. And if you cannot defend your pastor, who is the church you are defending? My brother, defending your pastor, because just like you are preaching the word of God to unbeliever. Maybe that unbeliever now, he knows say pastor, they do anyhow. Who be your pastor? He go come tell you say, na Emmanuel Adodo, that one when they use offering money to they buy motor, that one when they do this one, and you can't keep your hand, you know, fit defend. You listen now, wow, pastor, offering money now for pastor now. My brother, you have to defend your pastor. Now there me come from, now there my problem dey.
Little argument now, or little suggestion, little contribution. Sorry, right now.
To make it brief, because
yes. Had it been you say, be a brother's keeper, I could have said yes. I will be my brother's keeper. I will be my pastor's keeper. For example, now, even if I know that my pastor is a humanizer, for example, if I know my pastor is a humanizer, and I came to a place like this, and people are saying, that pastor is a humanizer, I was in a lie, not be humanizer. You understand? I was in a lie, not be my pastor you talk about. I feel defend you like that. But in terms of say waiting and not know for outside, for example, let's say you travel to Sicily now, and somebody called you from there now and said, I'll send you a video that see your pastor just they teach something. No. I say not be my pastor. And you see say na they teach. So there are two different things. Be your brother's keeper is different from defender. Is different from defending someone. See now, I can be your keeper. Like for example now, if I see something that is going wrong now, people are planning against you now, and I know you very well, I can call you and say, Gama, take time, they do something like this, something you do like this, no right, try to depend on. No sense so. Rather than if I hear say you don't thief, I can't say that lie, not thief, not knowing that he dare go, the thing really deal with you. No sense so. To defend like that is a very big problem. Brother, sometimes defend can put you in a place where you don't even expect.
Sorry.
You know that our point.
What I want to say is this. I think we'll come back again some other time to talk about it, because we really have a lot to say about it, because there is something I also meant to understand. There are some pastors in the church who God has called to pastor churches.
Definitely.
Then at the end of the day, maybe that pastor is under another pastor.
Yes.
Then when they now tell them that maybe something is going wrong, before you know it, they try to take the church out of the other pastors.
I said it before.
Churches. So I think that will be another topic for some other time, and we need to talk about that. Please, ladies and gentlemen out there, please raise your opinion, what you think concerning this wonderful program, this topic. How you can defend your pastor, or rather, can you defend your pastor out there? Maybe at the same time, next program, we are going to invite one of these pastors to come and tell us most things and why things are like that. Thank you very much. See you some other time. Please do not forget, subscribe to our channel.
One Life
TV, Ujibaku TV, and MC Apostle Paul. Stay tuned.
And Pastor Jacob.
And Pastor Jacob, the man behind the camera. Thank you and stay tuned. See you.